Alright, so we want to take this simple pattern and turn it into a gorgeous little girl dress. It's one of those simple, so easy patterns. No zipper, so easy, elastic around the neck and the sleeves. But we want to create this really beautiful fabric. So you can take a real simple pattern and dress it up and make a real fabulous dress. So I bought this fabric at Walmart. It's for quilting. It's 100% cotton. And it was already pre-cut. So you can see that it's a little over 2 inches. So this is 2.5 inch strips. And it came pre-cut, and it came in the coordinates, all the colors of the yellow, the white, and the black, and it's 9 different patterns. And in order to get this shape on the bias, it's really not on the bias. This is all cut on the lengthwise grain line, the strongest grain line. But we're going to take the end of it, just take one. And remember, you have to cut all of these exactly the same. And if I take this and fold it on a 45-degree angle, and cut it, and then determine my desired length on my skirt. So this could be for any body size, any length. And then I line it up, and then take this end and fold it back at a 45-degree also, and cut it. Then I have all my lengths. So then I take my ruler and I determine my hip width times 2 fullness or 3 fullness or 2.5 fullness. So for this skirt, I wanted this 60 inches wide. So all I did was I took every piece, after I determined my length, got my 45-degree angle again, and all I need to do is set up one. After that, I could take this and lay it on every single piece of these, every color, and what I do is I stack them in multiples. So I'm not going to just cut one at a time. I'm going to cut several of them at the same time until I get them all cut out. And then I determine which ones I want next to each other. So I would take this and cut through all the layers together, as many as my scissors would permit. And then I would line them up next to each other, whichever way I want my pattern to go. And then I will continue that until I got it to my width. Now we don't have to cut off a square end, because this one here is going to be on this angle and the other one on that angle, and then we sew them all together. And I sewed mine together on the serger. So I stitched them all together on the serger. I determined which way I wanted my patterns to be, florals in between, dots. And after I got my first 8 colors, then I got my next 8 colors. Then I went and I took them all and lined them up. Just like this, my seam allowance. My serger, if it's just a 1/4 inch, just a 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to make sure at this end, it's going to be a 1/4 also. And then I serge them all together. And then press them all in the same direction. And you're going to end up with a circle. And then you can determine whether you want to do a dress out of it, or whether you just want to do a skirt with a waistband or a yoke or whatever. But it's an easy way to use your leftover fabrics, as long as they coordinate and in the same color family. And they all the same fiber content, because they all wash exactly the same together. And then you can do whatever you want. You can see the back of this. It's just all serged. Then I did a roll hem at the bottom. But you can see they all pressed in the exact same direction. Very easy little dress to make. And very cute. I took the little ties and made a little cute dress, so you can do a skirt. Here, I just want you to see the strips laid out. Here's my ruler. I took my pattern. I want to make this little one for my great-grand. So I took my pattern and measured the length of it finished. The length. So you can see that this fabric is laid out to fit that length. And then I measured it. Measured the 2 together. The 2 pattern pieces. Double them up. This is the layout. I took these and stacked all the pieces on top of each other. And then with my scissors, I cut them all at the same time. And I put them in order the way I want to line them up. And then you can see they all laid out. I needed 40 inches. And here I have up to 42. So I put them in the order I want them to go. I'm going to sew them together. And then this will finish this. And I have my whole skirt part of my dress stitched together. And then you can join it with a waistband, or you can join it to a bodice. I'm going to add a cute little collar so that my two girls will be dressed in the same fabric. Not the same style dress, but the same fabric. Because you can do anything at all with this design. It's so cute. Easy. So use your scraps, cut them out, stack them together, sew them together, make a skirt, make a dress, make a top, whatever you like. And post it so I can see it finished. Okay, here's the fabric. It's all stitched together. I have my desired length. It's all stitched together. And then when you look on the back, it's all pressed all in one direction. Make sure everything is laying nice and flat. And the last thing is to take the two pieces, line them up together, stitch them together on the serger. You can see they all stitched together on the serger. And then you'll have the skirt part, and you'll be ready to either join it onto a waistband or put elastic on it or yoke, whatever you desire. That there's your fabric. It's all the sections repeat themselves exactly the same, and this last piece is joined, and you have a nice little skirt.